Good evening and welcome back, Poetry Lovers. It is I, ZMWise, and here I am with another home recording just for you. So today we are celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day. It's October 9th, 2017. And how am I going to celebrate it individually? By reading a few related poems, of course. So I'd like to start out with a short proverb. The author is unknown, but it is a native proverb. The earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. I absolutely love that. Now, for this one stanza, the author is unknown as well. I found this on inspirationforthespirit.com. And let's see here. Honor the sacred. Honor the earth, our mother. Honor the elders. Honor all with whom we share the earth. Four-leggeds, two-leggeds, winged ones, swimmers, crawlers, plant and rock people. Walk in balance and beauty. Oof. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. So now, getting into the four poems. The first one is called Carrying Our Words by Ofelia Zepeda. And Ofelia Zepeda is a member of the Tohono O'odham Nation of southwestern Arizona. Carrying Our Words, translated into English by the poet. We travel, carrying our words. We arrive at the ocean. With our words, we are able to speak of the sounds of thunderous waves. We speak of how majestic it is, of the ocean power that gives us songs. We sing of our respect and call it our relative. This next piece, not gonna lie, this one was a bit selfish for me, mostly because it had to do with wolves. But it's by Alexander Posey, who lived from 1873 to 1908, and he was a Muskogee Creek poet. On viewing the skull and bones of a wolf. How savage, fierce and grim! His bones are bleached and white. But what is death to him? He grins as if to bite. He mocks the fate that bade, "Begone!" There's fierceness stamped in every bone. Let silence settle from the midnight sky, such silence as you've broken with your cry. The bleak wind howl unto the utmost verge of this mighty waste, thy fitting dirge. Oof, gives me chills. Let's see here. The third poem is called Relic by Jennifer Forrester. And she is a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation of Oklahoma. So, Relic. An atlas on the underside of my dream. My half-shut eyelid, a black wing. I dipped sharp quills in the night's mouth. Moths swarmed from my throat. I pulled a feather blanket over my skeleton and woke. A map of America flapping in the dark. Once I dreamt of inheriting this. My mother, who still follows crows through the field. My sister's small hand tucked inside hers. Me on her breast in a burial quilt. Oof, goodness. And last but not least, this poem's a tad lengthy, but this one's probably my favorite of the bunch. This is called The Aura of the Blue Flower That Is a Goddess by Ray A. Youngbear. and he was born in the Meskwaki, alternately Meskwaki, tribal settlement near Tama, Iowa. And he's written quite a lot of poetry. And he's written fiction and prose as well. So, the aura of the blue flower that is a goddess. Immediately after the two brothers entered the seafood shop with their wide-eyed wives and extra brown complexioned stepchildren, the shrimp scampi sauce suddenly altered its taste to bitter dish soap. It took a moment to realize the notorious twosome were carrying medicines, and that I was most likely the next target in the supernatural shooting gallery. It was yet another stab at my precious shadow, Nino Kiwi Ni, the one who always stands first, wildly unafraid but vulnerable. This placement of time, this chance meeting at Long John Silver's, had already been discussed over the burning flower clusters, approved, and scheduled for a divine assassination. What an ideal place to invisibly send forth a petroglyph thorn to the sensitive and unsuspecting instep, I thought. Out of fear, I had to spit out the masticated crustacean into the folded Dutch bandana. I signaled Celine with my eyes. Something is terribly wrong here. Even in the old stories, Ke ta'a ji mo nani, my grandmother recited, there was always disagreement, jealousy, and animosity between supernatural deities. That actuality for humans, me to se na ni wa ki, however, was ever present. It didn't conclude that an impasse that gave us the weather, the four seasons, the stars, sun, and moon, everything that was held together. Unfortunately, there could only be one recreation of Earth. If it was requested in the aura of the blue flower that I die, the aura would make sure I die. Later, the invisible thorn, when removed by resident physicians, paying back their medical loans, would transform into some unidentifiable protoplasm and continue to hide in the more sensitive, cancer-attracting parts of the fish-eater. In the mythical darkness that would follow, the stories, the luminescent mantle of the kerosene lamp, would aptly remind me of stars who cooled down in prearranged peace to quietly wait and glow. Well, thank you very much, poetry lovers. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day 2017. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to my channel. I have plenty of other videos, plenty of other goodies for you. Live readings, home recordings, interviews, book reviews, the ongoing series A Poet's Addiction, jam sessions, a cappella originals, and much more. So, poetry lives.